Hi, Dr. John here, and welcome to Product of the Month. Now, this month's product, actually you're getting two products. So you're getting a twofer or 2-for-1 for this month because this company has two really great products that I've been experimenting with over the last couple of weeks that I want to talk to you about. And before we get into explaining or showing you what these two products are, I just want a little disclaimer that I did not purchase either of these two products. They were very graciously sent to me by the company when the company sent me another product that I've been testing now for about 3 to 4 months over, and I'm doing a 6 to 9 month test on their product. And that product is the Pawz Booty, a rubber booty, and I'm testing it in summer and winter conditions on how it protects the paws. But when they sent me all the different sizes of the boots to try on my German Shepherd and my pug, they also sent me these two products. And being as busy as I am, they've been sitting on my shelf. Actually, they're up there. And so I was on the trails about 6 weeks ago, and my German Shepherd became footsore. That's where they wear off the bottom of their pads, and he was very gingerly walking down, and I looked at his pads and they were cracked, they were rough, they were sore, and I went, hang on a second, I have a wax. And so that's the first product we're going to be talking about, the Max Wax, sitting on my shelf. I should give this a go because it's all about moisturizing that paw, moisturizing that skin of the pad to give it resilience. When I was doing more research then on the Max Wax, I then found that it actually produces a barrier that protects the paw from the outdoor surfaces, either hot or cold. So I've been experimenting over the last couple of weeks in the cold, but also on his paw to see how this Max Wax works. So I wanted to show you, before we went further on, an example of what foot soreness is. So here we are, we're on gravel surface, and you see that he looks four-limb lame. He's very hesitant to walk, and you may think he's four-limb lame, but then the instant that he gets onto grass, you can see, oh, okay, no, he's normal stride. He's no longer looking lame. He's happy, and he's back onto soft surface. So that makes me start to think we have a problem with the forepaws or the paw pads. And so watching this made me think about how I could incorporate then the Max Wax into a treatment plan for my dog, but also my patients and your pet too, if their foot's sore. And this was in the middle of when I started the testing of the rubber boots, and that's what made me think I need to get this Max Wax down and put it through its test to see what it can do for both my pet but also your pet, and that's where this review comes from. And so the first thing to know about the Max Wax, that it is a non-toxic product to your pets. It's very important. This company spent a lot of time developing this, but also the other product I'm going to talk about, but making sure that this was not toxic. So this product is made up with beeswax, lanolin, vitamin E, and mineral or petroleum jelly. And we all know lanolin, if you've worked in Australia as a veterinary student, we had to go out and work on sheep farms that they produce lanolin in their wool. And after working with 1,000 sheep a day, your hands become covered in the lanolin and they become soft and supple. And it's a great moisturizer, and that's what's in this wax. So if we put the wax up there, you see it's a clear tub of a waxy material, and you rub it on your finger and you can see it's almost like a petroleum jelly texture, but it smooths on and rubs in really nicely. And on a side issue, it's really great if you have cracked hands or cracked feet yourself. You roll this on and put this on your hands, and it's a great moisturizer, and it helps keep them supple, especially in the winter conditions where it's cold and we start to crack and dry out. But that's enough about me and a side use for this product. We're back to talking about how this can be used in your beloved pets. So this product is, as I said, I've been using it on my German Shepherd and the pug to help moisturize their pads under their feet because they were cracked, hard and sore when we're walking the trails here in Colorado, especially in the autumn period where you had some snow, not snow. And so I've started applying this product at night before going to bed, because you want your pets to be able to, one thing, not walk it around the house. So if you have carpet, if you have floorboards, if you put it on too thick at night, if you're using it for the moisturizing, they'll walk around, they'll leave little oily footprints throughout the house. So I put it on night. So while they're confined in the bedroom or confined wherever they are, I just lightly put it on and rub it in like I would be putting it on my own hands as a moisturizing. And then they go to sleep, and it has a good 8 to 10 hours to seep into the paw to then moisturize and help resolve those cracks. And it really does a great job. You can see here on the image, this is the before and after of what Keikoa's paws look like after using this product for a few weeks. You can see the before image, it's all cracked and sore looking and dried out, and the after image, it's moist and supple, and this is really good. But while I've been using this, I've also realized that this is a great protection for their paws while you're out in the environment. As I said, I'm undertaking in the middle of a 6 to 9 month trial of different boot systems in different conditions. And I've found that this layer puts a protective layer between their paw and the outside environment. So we're at the moment in wintertime. There's snow on the ground outside. It's freezing, so 0 degrees Celsius, and it can get below minus degrees Celsius some days. And so by putting this on their paws before they go out for our walk, it protects them from frostbite of their paw when you're walking through the snow or on the pavement or that, because unless you know, when you walk out there in your self-bed, it's really cold. And this gives a protective layer for that. But also, reading the literature and it also gives a protective layer in the reverse season in the summer to help protect their paws against heat of hot roadway, concrete, whatever the environment. It actually helps protect as well. So I'm really looking forward to testing this out in summer, because it's been fantastic at winter time from protecting the paws. They're no longer lifting their paws and doing, I call it the frost dance, when their paws get too cold, especially the pug. So you smear on a generous amount, because this is not like putting on the moisturizing cream theory at night. You want to put a protective barrier on. So we smear on a bit, and we want to get it in between the toes and around. And so this protects while we go out on the walk. Caveat, this is something I learned, and I might have alluded to why I put the wax on at nighttime so they're not walking around the house. You need to clean your pet's paws before they come back in, because if you're walking trails, because it's a petroleum jelly consistency, it will pick up the dirt, it'll pick up the snow, it'll pick up the road grime, and they'll track that into the house. So it's important that you have at the doorway, I have a warm bowl of water and a towel. And so I dip their feet in a warm bowl of water, and then I wipe off any of the dirt from their paws with a towel before they come in the house. And that protects the home environment, but also you can check their paws for any injuries, any signs of wear. So it's become a great, how can we say, protocol that we do when we come back from the walk. We look at their paws, especially when it's 20 degrees below Celsius and we're up in the mountains at the cabin, protecting their paws and make sure there's nothing going on there with their paws when we don't have them in boot systems. And this works really well because it also stops ice crystal formation. And most of you will be thinking, what's an ice crystal formation? And that's, if you're in a snow area, you know that the hair between the pads of your pet picks up ice and creates ice balls, and this prevents it. So I did a test. I did put on the Max Wax on the right hand side, and on the on the left-hand side and the right-hand side, I didn't. And you can see from this image the difference in the paw print in the snow between the one that had the Max Wax on, didn't pick up any snow at all, and you see a lovely paw print in the snow, compared to the other side that picked up snow when they walked. And that constant pick up snow creates ice crystal or ice balls, and that can be painful and also helps freeze the paw faster so they feel the cold. So this is more appropriate for then competing dogs or dogs that are running outside a lot. We don't want those ice crystal formations. So this is a great product that prevents that from happening. Other uses for this product that I've found, it is great for wounds because it's non-toxic. They can lick it. It has vitamin E in it, has lanolin. It helps protect. I've been using it on patients that have abrasions, patients for like my degenerative myopathy patients that are scraping their paws, getting lesions. I'm putting that on as a salve, and it's working really well at helping one create a layer that's friction free. So when they're walking, it protects actually the skin, but also it protects that wound or abrasion from the outside environment, the air. So I know for myself, when I had a crack on my thumb, I put it on and it actually helped with pain because once again, it's stopping the air getting to that cut and it's allowing a nice moist environment for the epithelial cells and the body to start regenerating and filling in. And that's especially for scrapes and bumps and lacerations, shallow lacerations, okay, but here not deep lacerations, but just grazes. It's a great balm to put on to protect that. And so I've been recommending that for patients then that my degenerative myelopathy patients that have abrasions, have fallen over, have done that. This is a really great salve to put on that to help. Also for myself, as I said, on my cuts, on my abrasions, it's actually a really good salve or balm to put on to help protect that area and promote healing. And with the lanolin and the vitamin E in it, it's really nice and it makes your skin nice and supple. But also other uses, because it's non-toxic, we can put it on dogs, on our pets, and not have to worry about them where other products out there on the market are potentially toxic or have chemicals in them that we may be cautious about when using our pet. This is a great product for that. So the second product I want to talk about, also from Pawz, is their disinfectant sanitary wipes. And this is, I'm talking to the company, they've been in development for this for over 5 years. They've been doing the research to find out a disinfectant wipe that is non-toxic, because we know most of the disinfectant wipes out there have chemicals, have alcohol, have other things in it that really aren't great for us, let alone our pets. And we know in these COVID-19 times, we're all using those pump sanitizing sprays to disinfect our hands, and they're alcohol based, and we're feeling it drying out our skin. Actually, that's what Max Wax actually helps as well. But they developed this product and it just came out fortuitously during COVID-19. Sorry about that. So it comes in two versions, comes in the wipe and also in the spray bottle. And so you get two really good ways to use it. And as I said, it's non-toxic. I've got their flyer here and I just want to read what it is. So they use chloride dioxide, and this is the same chemical that we use in water treatment plants, but also in mouthwashes that we use. So we know it's safe. They have aloe vera gel, vitamin E, glycerin, and deionized water in it. And it eliminates 99.999% of bacteria, viruses, and odors. But I really like that it's hypoallergenic. It's unscented. So once again, they've thought a lot about this product. They've thought about how it interacts with our beloved pets to make it as safe as possible. And it's lickable and alcohol-free and non-toxic. So the wipes come out like a standard wipe. And so this is really great for when you come back from walks and you're cleaning their paws and cleaning the Max Wax off their paws. I actually use this wipe as well because we don't want to be tracking in bacteria, fungus, also virus in this COVID-19 time into our property. So if we've been walking through public areas with our pets, we can wipe their paws off and we know that it's killing the bacteria and the viruses. It has no smell to it. I haven't licked it to see if it has a taste, but my pets both tolerate it very well. And it doesn't have that soapy residue. It has a residue, but not that soapy residue that you get with other wipes. So this is really a game changer because other ways that I've been using it. So we have this in the car, we have this in the van for the dogs. I'm also using it for my hands when I come out of places that I think public places that I've touched surfaces. Instead of using the alcohol wipes all the time that dry out your skin, I'm using these wipes. And so they're really great at that. So because I know they've got the same efficacy potentially as the Purell and that alcohol pump. So I'm using this as a more environmentally friendly option for myself and my pets, but also for other ways that I've been using this over the last couple of weeks. We talked about with the Max Wax, other ways for abrasions, wounds and that. I've also been using this instead of a surgical scrub or a chlorhexidine shampoo for abrasions, lesions, skin irritations, rashes, infections, as I talked about for a degenerative myelopathy patient. I have a patient and she has lesions from where the harnesses have rubbed and caused hot spots and lesions and wears. We've been using this to treat because we find the chlorhexidine wipes that dry out the skin and make it more irritable in the short term because you want to help get rid of the bacterial infection, clean it up, but it also has a negative effect of making the skin irritable. And I found that these wipes have helped soothe that because it's also 99.999% effective against bacteria, fungus and odors. It's also cleaning up those joints, and I'm not seeing as a result that redness that is associated when you have to leave on these medicated shampoos or surgical scrubs when you've got skin infections, things like that. So this is another use that I'm using these wipes for. So I'm using to clean the paws when they come in from their daily walks. They help get rid of the Max Wax, especially in this cold snow environment, but also in the summer environment, it becomes soft and you want to get that off the paws before they run through the house or the wooden floorboards or the carpet. But also I'm using it now as an antiseptic wipe for my hands to sterilize, but also my pets, but also using it as a sterilizing wipe for lesions, scrapes, wounds, because I carry this everywhere in the car. But the spray is really good because you can target in that area, deliver a really nice moist dose, and you can leave it on because you know it's not toxic. You can leave it for the 10 minutes and then I wipe it off. Where I get concerned and I monitor my pets, and also I tell my clients to monitor their patients when they're using any type of surgical scrub, chlorhexidine scrub, because we're leaving it on for 10 minutes. And I just want to make sure that the pets aren't licking it because they say it's safe, but still it's a chemical. And we know that this has natural ingredients in the product that gives me a little bit more peace of mind that if they get in and start licking it before I can get in and prevent them from doing that, that really they're not ingesting anything potentially harmful to them. So this is really, I said, a game changer because it's non-toxic. It's safe for our pets. You can leave it on for a while and then wipe it off, but it's also lickable. And so I've been using that for the last few weeks and I'm very impressed with it. I've seen no negative side effects to it, and I will let you know if I do. But in all, this has been a really great product to have and has changed the way I've thought about dealing with scrapes, abrasions and disinfecting them, especially because I can then carry something with me that's both safe for my pets but also safe for us. So you're not carrying two things. So we're using this instead of hand sanitizing pumps. Now, disclaimer here. I'm not the FDA or the CDC, and I'm not endorsing this product to be better than anything else that they endorse, but I'm just using my common sense and making a judgment call. And so I've been using this product and been very happy with it. Now, at the beginning of the disclaimer or the disclosure, I said these were sent to me. We haven't, or There's no arrangement. I've just loved these products. I'm going to be putting them, I've liked them so much, we're going to be putting them in the store so you can get access to the products as well at caninerehabondemand.com or veterinaryteachingacademy.com, because they're a great alternative, and I think they're going to fill a really great niche in the market for helping our pets and my patients with environment. So the Max Wax, helping it out in the environment, protecting those paws on hot and cold surfaces, but also moisturizing the paws so they don't crack, because we know as our pets age, we all age, our skin gets softer, their paws get crustier as well, and this is a great wax that helps moisturize it and protect and makes that area of the paw more supple, but also helps with protecting lesions and rashes and helps stimulate healing, but also acts as a layer that is between their paws and either hot environment or the cold environment. So I'm really excited about using this and trying it out. Let me put the cover back on so you can see the cover back on, but using this in summer because some dogs aren't great candidates for boots and booting systems. And I'm finding that as I'm trialing different boot systems, some they respond really well to, some they don't. And this gives a really easy and good substitute if you're in an environment that's just thinking about, I need to put boots on my beloved pet. This is a substitute that you can put a barrier on and they can still be out in their environment for a little bit longer, but I'm not saying they can go out and run the Iditarod without boots on, but it's something that we can now think about for around the house or going for daily walks and that protect their paws, makes them more comfortable. And then when they come in, we have the wipes, but also this is great for lesions and abrasions and cleaning things up. And I think they're two really great products that have been brought onto the market by Pawz at a great time, and they're going to fill a really great niche. So I've been really impressed with these two products. I think you can tell that by the way I'm raving about them in this review. I haven't found any detriment to them, only with the Max Wax. You've got to wipe it off the paw when they come into the house. And I find a bowl of warm water is really good because it helps, especially when it's cold outside, it freezes. It helps wipe that off, and just a towel to wipe off the paw. So that's my biggest complaint by this, as in a complaint, that they can track in mud and dirt when you've been on the trails, because you want to get that between the toes and help with protecting that paw from the cold environment, also hot environment. So you just have to clean the paws. And negatives to this, really, I haven't found any. It's a big container. It works really well. This sprays really well. You can get in and soak the area and leave it if you have a big surface area and you want to apply a little bit more material than what you get on one of these moist towelettes. So I really encourage you, if you found this video of the month helpful, please click the subscribe button down below and click the thumbs up, because that really helps us. Or if you want to learn more about what we do at Veterinary Teaching Academy, go to caninerehabondemand.com, have a look at our products, but also go have a look at our stores, because we have other fantastic pieces of equipment and programs that you may find beneficial for you and your beloved pet companion. So that's the review of the month. The review of the month is the Pawz sanitizing wipes and the Pawz Max Wax. They're two really great products that really I hadn't thought about. And as I said, they'd sat on my shelf for probably 2 months before I went, aha, this is something that I should really look at. And then when I've looked at them, I went, wow, this really can be a game-changing product, and I'm going to be using them. And so they're going to be put into the store if you want to use them. And this is product of the month.